For the past 30 years, Cartoon Network has been able to deliver shows from generations to generations. And while the catalog varies in between, Cartoon Network has delivered some of my favorite and best shows of my childhood. And what a better way to celebrate the 30th anniversary than talk about my 10 favorite Cartoon Network shows. Now, before we get into this video, I'm going to give a few honorable mentions. These are shows that people are probably going to ask about, and they're not on this list because either I did not have time or I haven't watched it before. So honorable mentions are Secret Saturdays, The Looney Tunes Show, Regular Show, The Amazing World of Gumball, Johnny Test, and Symbiotic Titan, just to name a few. I really apologize for a lot of the, I couldn't get to them in this video. And as for the Looney Tunes Show, I really love that show, and hopefully I'll make a video on that soon. But right now, let's get into my 10 favorite Cartoon Network shows. Let's start with a few classics, starting with one of my favorites of all time, Kids Next Door. I don't really have much to say that it's like deep or anything. It's just a fun concept. I love the specials. The Christmas special really goes hard. I watch it every year. I watch the movie a lot, and hopefully there's a Galactic Kids Next Door. Even if there isn't, I really do appreciate this show for what it is, for its creativity, for its art, for its character, for its rogues gallery. It's just amazing. The only thing I could say that bothers me is probably the gross out humor. Like, I can go for so long until I see another booger joke or snot rocket anything, but either way, this show really does slap. It's something I go back to, and the theme is so incredible. It just hits for me. Kids Next Door is a great show, and even if it does or doesn't continue, I really love it, and I still remember it to this day. When you think of the word iconic, I bet Justice League is going to come right up to your brain, or even have a picture of it in the dictionary. Everything about this show screams iconic, from the characters to the rogues gallery to the theme to the art style, the animation, just everything about it. Even the voice cast is really good. I really love Jon Stewart as Green Lantern. Love that most of the voices from Batman the Animated Series and Superman the Animated Series are back. Love Barry Allen as the Flash. I love, again, the theme. I love the episodes. I really love the time when they go to a bigger league called Justice League Unlimited. That's another great show. I think Justice League is remembered as one of the best DC animated shows, probably the best in my opinion. It does have some stiff competition, but I think Justice League really stands on its own as well, and it's probably one of the best superhero shows, probably one of the gateway superhero shows for me personally. I really don't have much to say about Generator X except it's cool, but that's it. The theme's cool, the art is cool, the animation is cool, the characters are cool, the voice acting's cool, the villains are cool, Rex is cool. That's all I can think about. It's cool. And it does have that same style as Ben 10 since it is created by Man of Action, but yeah, it's cool. And the joint project is cool. Yeah, Generator X is cool. If someone asks me which Ben 10 is my favorite, my answer is probably going to be yes. I just love Ben 10 in general. I love every show. I didn't see the reboot yet, so that's on the side, but from the original Ben 10 all the way up to Omniverse, it is such a good show. I love the concept, I love the art, I love Ben, and I'm glad he grows as a character throughout the series. I love Uncle Max, I love Gwen, I love Kevin 11. And there's just so many funny and iconic moments that stand out to me. And I really know that Ultimate Alien is probably my favorite, but still, I just love these shows in general. I really do wish we got an Ultimate Accelerate. I want to draw that someday, but man, it's still a good ass show. There's so much that happens in this series in general, but man, it just keeps me seated and keeps me watching. So Ben 10 is probably one of the one of my favorites. Yep. Oh, Steven. What else can I say about Steven Universe that has not been said through thousands of videos? My goodness, this show has a crazy legacy, from the creators and where they went to the music, to the characters, to the art. It's just so good. I really love the style that this show brings. I really love what Rebecca Sugar and Ian have done for this show. I really love Steven as a character so far. I really love the gems. I really love the art, the music. I love Connie. I love Steven's dad. And just everything about this is so incredible. And I don't know what's next. Again, I'm on season 3 right now at the time of this recording. But man, I just can't wait for what's to come. Season 4 and season 5, the movie and future. I've been hearing a lot of things. I know there's been a lot of discourse about this show, which can be a downer, but again, this show to me personally has been an impact on my life so far, and just Steven Universe in general is just such an amazing show. I recommend you seek it out if you haven't. It's on HBO Max, thank goodness, and yeah, just show some support to that. When it comes to shows, superhero shows of my childhood to my adulthood, one that stands out to me is Young Justice. Young Justice is probably one of the more mature animated shows, not only in DC, but just in superhero shows in general. And we just saw Invincible, so that's crazy. Young Justice is probably one of my favorites from Cartoon Network. It's a show that I keep up with a lot, and when it got canceled after the second season, I was sad because it was left on a cliffhanger, but thankfully it came back and we got season 3 and 4, and each season just really stands out. I love every character in it. I love the arcs that each one goes to. I love the voice casting. I hear Kari Payton a lot, and I love the lines he delivers as Aqualad and Black Lightning. I love the representation it shows throughout, and just everything about this show stands out. Unfortunately, we don't know if we're gonna get a season 5 because, again, spoiler, season 4 left us on a cliffhanger. How be fucking for real. Just give us an ending, please. But overall, just everything about this show stands out. And Young Justice is probably one of my favorites coming out from Cartoon Network and from DC. It's funny that this show does a lot more than the Justice League and the DCEU. Like, come on. That's a sentence I wouldn't want to even say, but man, it just stands out. I highly recommend Young Justice. I'm gonna keep it 100. Genndy Tartakovsky never misses, and we're seeing that with Primal. But one of his biggest hits is Samurai Jack. I really just love this show for what it is, and I love everything about it. I love how silent it is throughout, and just the action, the story, the characters, Aku and Jack having their battles, and I just love everything about it. Even the theme is really good. It sucked when we didn't get a closer in the early years, but thankfully in the late 2010s we got a final season, and yes, it was good in parts, but overall still a good time. Regardless how you feel about season 5, Samurai Jack ended on a good note, and honestly, I'm just glad Samurai Jack got a great ending and the show can live forever. Honestly, I got a comment from them too, and it's just so cool with the art and the style. But yeah, Samurai Jack really is good, and Genndy never misses. That's it. I will not argue on that. Keeping it another buck, Craig McCracken doesn't miss. Powerpuff Girls is goated. Powerpuff Girls is one of my favorites, and kind of introduced me to anime, I guess. I don't know, but still, everything about it, from the voice casting, the art, the movie, the villains, just stands out, and just, it's really good. Powerpuff Girls is good. That's it. I can honestly go on forever and ever about the legacy that Infinity Train has on me and how much of a grip each season had. This is one of my favorite anthology series I've ever watched ever. This show, it's hard to even explain what this show has done to me. It has got my happy moments, and it's got my sad moments, and it has my fucked up moments in there. This is probably one of the best shows, and O.S. Dennis did his thing. He put his foot in all of it. I really just love everything about it. I love the concepts, I love the art, I love the characters we follow, except for one we will not name because fuck him. And I think this show really hits hard. It just hits hard. That's all I can say. It hits hard. Unfortunately, we might not ever get any more seasons from this, but oh my goodness, Infinity Train still slaps. There's been a lot of talks on videos and think pieces to this day. That's how much Infinity Train has done it. That's how much Infinity Train is as a good show. It's not even good, it's a great show. It's an amazing show. I recommend you get as much DVDs or physical media, or just find it anywhere. Just watch this show. Just watch it. It's just that good. Let me set the stage to why I love Craig of the Creek so much. My first video was on Fort Williams, an episode from Craig of the Creek. Craig of the Creek's theme is one of the best themes I've heard to this day, and there's even an anime themed cover of it. That's how much Craig of the Creek has had on Cartoon Network fans and me. This show is just so fluid and just so nice, and it's just so amazing to watch. Everything about this just really stands out as a black person, and seeing representation, from black representation to LGBTQ plus representation, shown so well and executed so great. It's just something I can just appreciate every day. You don't see this that much, and honestly, Craig of the Creek is just one of Cartoon Network's best shows more recently. Honestly, I just really love this show so much. It's something I want to show my kids, if I ever have any, about the shows that came on in my day. But Craig of the Creek is just so amazing, so well done. The casting is great, the acting is great, the animation is great, so many good ass moments, and just honestly, it's one show that I can put here as a way to just say thank you. Without this show, I wouldn't even be here on YouTube. Without Cartoon Network, I wouldn't even be here. So yeah, Craig of the Creek honestly is the last show I want to talk about, but it's honestly my number one, and I can appreciate it for that. Cartoon Network is probably, no, not even probably, will always be my favorite channel, whether it be in my childhood or adulthood. The channel has been an inspiration to me, and one of the reasons why I started this channel, and for it to go for 30 years with everything that's going on is just insane. But I'm just glad this channel still exists, and whether it's gone the next day or is it still on for the next 30 years, Cartoon Network will forever be a channel that will hold something dear to my heart. And with that, that's the end of this video. Like and subscribe for more, and cue the outro.